Alright everyone, tonight's review is going to be on a 2.5 pound unsearched premium bag of gold from Utah, or excuse me, Michigan, I'm sorry. This was $19 with shipping from eBay seller happy_panning. So we're going to get right into it. Haven't really decided how we're going to do everything tonight. We're just going to sift things down here real quick. And then I'll start with the rocks and we'll decide what we're going to do from there. This is pretty wet stuff. Oh, there's nice pieces of gold all throughout it already, at least. Yeah, it's really more clay than anything. Not a lot of gravel. Maybe we'll start one higher than that. It's kind of deceiving because those are not really rocks. Most of them are actually clay clumped together. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, that's all chunks of clay. We might end up, we'll do those first and just do it really slowly. This was free shipping. It did come in a flat rate box. It did take about a week to get here. Was a little disappointed. Not the greatest communication. And then there were some things with his eBay account where the PayPal transaction that we had was pending approval the entire time. So it was just it was a weird transaction, all in all. I was glad to actually see a box here with the dirt in it. This is really kind of interesting to me. I guess that most of the stuff that you've seen me do had gravel in it. It had you know, some sands as well, some of those blondes. Like I said, this is just a lot of thick clay that I think is not going to separate until we get it wet, probably, or wetter. And again, I think we're just going to get those wet and see what we can do with that. And then a few people were asking what I do with this. I'm not going to go through it just because my way takes a long time. But basically what it involves before I put it into my water table is I sift it through the 4 different grades here of sifters all the way down to about negative 20 20 mesh up to 100 mesh, and basically down to that microscopic gold. So when you run it through the water table, it's all separated down enough that it doesn't have any larger pieces that's rolling over it as well. So again, I'm not going to show you that really per se, but it's a lot of just sifting that material down, again using those tapping motions just like you're dry washing something to get it down to the bottom. But we might just pan that out, who knows. We'll see what we feel like tonight. I am going to pause it. Again, from that 2-pound bag, you have the Paydirt there, the medium size, large size rocks. So, we'll be back. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start off with those big clumps. Again, remember some jet dry in the water. I've shared with some of you on Facebook some videos with floating gold. You maybe saw it in my record clean out that I had personally from my gold, or excuse me, dirt hog, Paydirt. Yeah, see, this is all clay. I almost might have to dry this before I pan it. Couple little specks of gold right there already. I'm sure you can't see these on on the film actually, but there's 3 little fines in there. So for the sake of the video, what I think I'm going to do, because I'm still seeing some clumps of clay in that first runoff in the safety pan. This stuff is still crushing down. So I'm going to pause it and really press that clay out. Alright, hold on one second. Alright, hopefully we got that down enough. Try this one more time. some of those bigger rocks out of the way. So just some real fine finds here. I'm not going to go through the hassle of separating them down right now. All right. All I can say is I hope that there is a decent amount of gold in the bottom of this, because this is just a wet, soupy mess. Wow, almost lost that little piece. This is a new pan I'm trying. So the first scoop, that nice little picker. So I'll set that off to the side. Again, I'm just trying to do my best to press this clay and muck apart. There are a lot of branches, pieces, twigs. I'll have to look back and maybe give you some backstory, but I don't remember him really even saying where his Paydirt comes from. So I just kind of expected that it was a pre-made bag, and that's kind of why, again guys, I started this channel is eBay sellers on their own. There's some bigger companies out there that you've seen me review that obviously they guarantee gold amounts. You're spending more money, but you're also getting a better return on your investment usually. But most people, if you're like me when I started too, are trying to save some money and hoping that one of the eBay sellers that are out there are really sending you unsearched Paydirt that comes out of operation somehow. There are plenty of companies out there, miners, mine companies, gem companies that have operational mines that you can buy their material right from. Again, with that though, typically you are going to spend just a little bit more money, and sometimes 3 to 4 times what you're spending on some of the more expensive dirts on eBay. But for somebody starting out who doesn't have $150 or $200 to put into buying Paydirt to pan at home, and you're looking for some prospecting fun, typically eBay, most of the buyers there are, or sellers, excuse me, there are decent for the fact that the way they're rated and how their ratings are watched. eBay hopefully doesn't let them sell very long if they're not keeping people happy. And a ton of black sand in this stuff. Those couple little flakes so far. The rest of it, like I said, I am going to separate down, especially how mucky this is, and run through my miller table. So I will get that going. It's going to take me a little while to get it all filled up with water and running, but we'll classify this down and run that material over there, let that water wash it where we're hopefully not losing anything. Maybe I'll just pan out a scoop of this quick so that you guys can see if it's a thick concentrate or not. I guess, and maybe that'll help me decide if I should go through the work of setting up that water table at all either too. Yeah, see, and even in this, that's why I might separate it out, because even on this level, it's still pretty heavy with clay. You guys that are watching, I like to see how viewers respond to things, so I'm going to put an idea out there, and you guys comment on this video if you want to see it happen. But we're going to look at putting a giveaway together where if we can reach 1,000, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, anybody that comments, likes, or shares a video will be entered into a drawing, and in that drawing I will be giving away at least a gram worth of gold. Just for watching a video, for rating, commenting, sharing, showing your friends. Again, we're trying to build a community here that is going to watch out for each other. That's part of the reason I do this. I hope you all are videotaping your pan downs as well, for the fact that we can keep those sellers honest and keep people from losing too much money. all of us should expect, obviously, to lose. Whoa. You guys see that? Maybe let me clear this out a little. That's what just showed up in the pan there. And one little scoop of this stuff. Nice little tiny flakes there. So. Okay. Well, again, I'm going to sit that stuff down further. It's so clayey. I'm going to test it out on the military, but I really want to see how it works with material that's sticky. So you saw that first row of gold there that I just showed you. That's in one scoop. I have probably 5 more scoops at least to go through. So hopefully we see 5 times that by the time we're done. We'll be back. Alright everyone, so this will kind of, I think, actually be a good test for this, because I tried sifting through this stuff and this clay is just too much. And so we're gonna drop a little bit in there. I'm trying to slow down the water a little bit. Even a little more. Here's what I'm a little worried about is we're about halfway down the table here. And that's where that other piece of gold was. It's about halfway down the table. The thing that I like to see is that gold stick. And again, because this has so much clay in it and I didn't classify it down, I'm feeding this a little slower than I normally would, because I don't want to push all that gold down the tray. With the other material that's there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh, maybe you can't. That's the pile that we're brushing it to. That was a nice little scoop to dump out there. And a millet table is typically for fines, but as I've been panning this stuff down, I haven't really seen a lot of fines, so I'm thinking that it's loaded with just some of these flakes for color. And if that's the case, hopefully this method will catch them. And for his fairness, I will pan through that material yet again in the bottom there, just to make sure I'm giving him his fair shake as well.
That I probably shouldn't have done. That's filling it and pushing it maybe a little too much. I'm really happy with this self-adhesive or self-healing mat that I got for this. It makes the gold a lot easier to work with, to get out of the off of the table when you're all done. Again, this seller, not the best communication. Said he was, I don't remember what his excuse was the first time, but then he said he had a baby and that's why he didn't get back to me. And he didn't supply me with a tracking number, and so there were just some things that Again, when you're buying something off the internet, a blind site like eBay, there's obviously going to be some people that don't have your best interest in mind. I'll try slowing down the water just a hair, just because it's not classified down. If I am losing gold, I want to make sure I can see it. And I do think I've lost a piece or two, but like I said, I will go back through that. And that's why you classify it down. You don't want your gold getting pushed off by the other rocks and the other gravel and things that are in the dirt. And again, normally I wouldn't be running this stuff so fast, but I really don't believe there's any fines in this stuff, so. So that's what we got there out of everything. Sorry, I thought I was filming, guys. For some reason my camera has a automatic shut off after 20 minutes. And as we all know, I talk more than 20 minutes. Oh shoot. So like I said, that's what we got. I'll go through those tailings quick one more time, and then dry it, weigh it, and we'll get a total review for you. Alright, so that's actually what we came up with. I did find a couple other pieces in the tailings of the Miller table. Again, just because I didn't classify that stuff down at all. So, good little pile of gold, that nice little picker. There's a couple little tiny flakes in here, or fines in here. Really not much at all, though. So, I'll get it dried off and weighed, and we'll get you a final review. Alright, so overall, guys, that's what we finished out with. 0.3 grams, roughly $9 or so. So about a 50% return on investment. So overall rating, again, terrible shipping, not very good customer service, but the gold is decent. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, 50% return on investment. You had that one nice picker in there. Rate them overall probably a 4 out of 10. Again, because the gold is about 50%, but the customer service and everything is terrible. Later on in the next week or two, I'll have a 8-pound chunky nugget bag from Gold Getters that we're going to review. And also, my fiance bought me another bag from Seller Raw Artwork. And so I'll do another review on his Paydirt. It was under a different name, so we'll see how that one turns out, if it's any luckier than the first one. So again, thank you guys for watching. Comment about that contest. Like I said, we think about either 1,000 or to 2,000 subscribers, and giving away at least at least a gram of gold. So until next time, may there always be some color in your pan.